big change is coming in communication technology, gigabit speeds to take messages through networks of satellites. Real Clear Wire Brett Hahn reports, satellite communications have always been a great alternative when there is no alternative. The trouble is, they've also been very slow, expensive, finicky. Getting online on a long-haul flight, for example, can be a frustrating mess, but if you need to send that email or document, it's better than nothing. Even important advances like Elon Musk's Starlink have their issues. Like its predecessors, it's a great choice if you have no other choice, but for almost everyone else, it has its drawbacks. One forthcoming satellite constellation is bidding to address those shortcomings and bring forward a truly revolutionary satellite communications network, faster than fiber, truly global, and as secure as anything on the market. Rivada Networks called it the outer net. To understand why it's revolutionary, it helps to look at the weakness of existing offerings. Every satellite constellation in existence today uses what's called bent pipes. In short, they bounce a signal off a satellite and straight back down to Earth, where it's sent through a gateway and onto the same internet backbone as nearly everything else. It's a very long way to travel that last mile between your home or office and the public internet. Starlink, OneWeb, Amazon's forthcoming Kuiper, all are built this way. The outer net is being built differently. Rivada's orbital network will serve in effect as a second internet backbone in space, capable of routine traffic at gigabit speeds from one satellite to another, with no need for a gateway on Earth until the data reaches its destination. That matters not just for speed and security, but for coverage too. We've all seen the images showing how many new satellites are in space, and many of us have seen the trains of satellites tracking across the sky towards their final orbits. But with most other LEO constellations, having a satellite overhead does not matter unless that satellite can also see a gateway on the ground. The Rivada system is gatewayless. Instead of beaming your communications straight back to the ground station, the whole constellation is interconnected with optical laser links. That means that if there is a satellite above, you can get connected. And because its satellites move in a single synchronized shell in polar orbits, there will always be a satellite overhead when the constellation is fully developed. It's also being built to be 100 times faster than the current low Earth orbit constellations, but this is not the home broadband connection of your dreams. It's a wholesale network built for enterprises and governments. Like the original internet backbone, it's not something designed for consumers to connect to directly. Instead, it will provide backhaul to wireless networks, in-flight connectivity, maritime communications, and the like. It's fiber optic network for where there is no fiber, or for those who don't trust or can't afford to risk using the terrestrial internet backbone. But just because you may never use it directly, that does not mean you won't notice it. Today's connectivity is often limited by the availability of fiber or other high-speed links to push the edges of our networks. The dawn of an era in which there is effectively fiber in the sky everywhere will open up applications that most of us have not even dreamed of, because ubiquitous connectivity was not possible or was too expensive. In-flight entertainment that doesn't stink is just the tip of the iceberg. Just as the expansion of fiber in the 1990s and 2000s vastly increased data speeds and led to the cloud computing revolution, a ubiquitous global high-speed backbone will help connect hard-to-reach places, facilitate remote work, expand cloud computing and storage, and set off a new wave of innovation in communications technology. Satellite communications, in short, is finally coming into its own, so buckle up. This was originally published by Real Clear Markets, made available by Real Clear Wire. It's on W&D. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.